Hey guys, it's Heather. Okay, so what I thought we would do is we're just gonna do a get ready with me. It's actually kind of early. Coffee and makeup. I don't know if you guys follow Laura Lee Los Angeles and Manny MUA, and then they have their little podcast that they do together, and it's called Full Coverage, and they had a makeup launch together where they just kind of merged together. So we're gonna open that and kind of play with some of that, but then I also have some like new makeup, but is it new? It's new to me. It's just a bunch of makeup that I have sitting off to the side that I've been wanting to play with here and there, and I've been meaning to flip that camera on and do more get readies with me. The next couple, like the next 3 videos I'm gonna film is this get ready with me. I got some Temu videos, that's kind of like a whole bunch. And then my giveaway I'll be doing. So those that have been with me for a long time, you know this has been coming. It's been crazy. I've had a few things that have kind of popped up here and there, unfortunate events that you guys don't know about, but yeah. So I'm trying to get to that. So we're gonna be doing that giveaway here very, very soon. So make sure you guys watch for that. So we're gonna do this get ready with me. I'm gonna try and not chit chat too much. I got a bunch of blenders here, but anyway, I gotta try and get these dry a little bit more. If you guys ever use a sponge and then you struggle with your foundation, like make sure your sponge isn't too wet. Like when you squeeze it, you shouldn't get any water coming out of it. It should be just kind of damp. Or pull the hair back. I feel like it's a little much. All right, vote below. Which one's your favorite? I got more too. I don't know why. Why do I have so many? It's not necessary. You can only wear one at a time. Like why so much? Well, you don't want to know why? Because my moods change, okay? Sometimes I feel like being extra adorable. Stop. Let's get to it. Okay, just realized I don't have my rings on. You guys aren't gonna judge me, right? But I do need to moisturize because I did the dishes this morning and my skin is screaming at me right now. It's like, no, right? Okay, what do we got? What do we got? So you can go either to the Lunar Beauty or Laura Lee Los Angeles. I ordered this like the day it launched. I went over to Lunar Beauty and see, Lunar Beauty. And I just decided to buy like the whole kit. Who knows, maybe there'll be something in here I can give to you guys. Because you get 2 lipsticks, makeup brushes. I really don't need the bag. I can give that to you guys and throw that in with the giveaway. So I feel like they did a pretty good job getting you a little bit of everything that you need. I think the only thing we're missing is like a straight edge, like one of those eyeliner brushes. You know, like one like this. I'm not a real big fan of dual-ended brushes because I like to stick my brushes into like little, you know, have them in upright like that. I feel like if you stick them in, one of the brushes is gonna get smashed. I don't know, am I like overthinking it? Really, really nice. They're very fluffy. I have both of their brushes, Laura Lee's brushes that she has on her with her brand, and then Manny has his line, so I also have his. So then now I have a set of their collab. So his name's Manny, her name's Laura. They're best friends. So you've got Maura and Lanny, where they just took the first initials and switched them. Let's swatch Maura. Ooh, that is nice packaging. You push the button right here and then it pops out on the bottom. Cute, liking it. A nice peachy nude. This one is more of like your nice nude mauve. So, and one thing that I love about smaller businesses is the attention to detail, the wrapping it, instead of just grabbing a product and tossing it in a box. When you order from like smaller businesses, that attention that they put into wrapping and then the little sticker, and there's an eyeshadow palette and a blush palette. Okay, so this one is the Full Fantasy Blush. So we have 2 shimmers and 4 mattes. We got the Sandbar Rose Skyline, the Pink Blossom, and the Peachy Keen. And then that's the colors here. Or let's try the highlight. So let's quick swatch the shimmers. Oh my gosh. Wow. Those are awesome. The Gold Fantasy is the one I did, and then the Nude Champagne, and then that's the Nude Champagne. Let's try this. Let's open it up at least and look at it. I'm not going to swatch any. We'll play with that a little bit once we get to the eyes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so we've got our nudes in here, but then we squeak some colors in there, but they're more like earth tone colors. So you've got some color, but it's safe colors for those of us that are scared of color. Me. The names that they have on these are super adorable. I'll just read them off really quick. Cloudy, Your Fave, Besties, Full Fam, We're Back, Sunny. Then the second row is Girlies, Not My Vibe, Fool's Gold, Aries, Lanny, and Social. And then the last row is Peak and Pit, which if you guys watch their full coverage podcast, or listen to it, you would understand what that is. What's Going On, Mora, Trivia, Virgo, and Break Time. All right, so we're gonna stick that off to the side because we're gonna use those. So here we go. I've got my Sigma switch, which I am so hooked on this. I'll link it below. You can find them on Amazon, 19 bucks. Then you can get it really quick. And you don't even have to leave your house. They just bring it to you. Here's my money. Bring it. Bring it. I decided to go with my Stanley today. Needed a little help looking a little extra cute. Feeling a little insecure without the makeup. Oh, that's refreshing. I like this one too because it's not too big. Some of them can get a little bit really big. I can link this down below too. I got that on Amazon. So I have some newer makeup here. I mean, it's not new. It's new to me. I've never tried these things that are in here. I have things ranging from when I went to the Dollar Tree. They had a bunch of colored LA Colors metallic liquid liner. I just got this a few weeks ago. Just a few things I picked up from Ulta, a couple of things from Walmart, from e.l.f. their cream contour and their powder bronzer palette. I have this little palette from, I think I grabbed this from Ipsy. I picked up a lot of kimchi. I've been wanting to try that. I've got P. Louise highlighter and blush. Got these 2 new foundations from Amazon Prime Days, so we'll try one of those. I got lots of new primers. Revolution Power Lash Waterproof. The London, that black blush. So just a few things in here I want to play with. Are we going to get to all of it? No, we're not going to get to all of it. But it's stuff I just want to have off to the side in these bins of a bunch of new stuff that I haven't tried, which I thought it might be kind of fun to try it for the first time with a get ready with me where we can experience it together. But anyway, here we are. I've been rambling for 38 minutes and I haven't put anything on my face. What does that tell you? We need to get to it. But anyway, this is a P. Louise. It's supposed to be a pore blurring one. Let's just start with one little pump because you don't want to use too much primer. I'm going to start where I've got pores. Wow, that's set down really fast. Oh. Have you guys ever try a new foundation and it just is awful? It's terrible. It might just be your primer that you're pairing it with. They might just not play well together. So before you have your little crying session because you spent way too much on a foundation that you don't like, try switching up your primer with it. I use 2 primers, and then sometimes in the winter I'll even use 3 different primers depending on where it goes on my face. Like I'll have dry cheeks in the winter, so I'll put more of like a moisturizing primer on my cheeks, a pore filling one like where I've got pores, and then like my sticky one like all the other places. I'm telling you, I do it and it works. Is it a little extra? Probably. So what I've been using is the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. You know, I just use like 1, sometimes 2 pumps. That's all you need. You don't need much. And then also if your foundation is like kind of being a little temperamental, it might be because you're using too much primer. But anyway, just for the most part, leave your primer alone. Don't mess with it too much. Otherwise you're going to start pulling it back up. Like it'll pill, and then now you're removing your primer because you couldn't leave it alone. Because you had to mess with it, didn't you? You just had to mess with it. Just let it sit, let it do its thing. For the most part, my channel is just showing you how I do things, what works for me and my age. I'm in my late 40s, so that's the kind of skin I've got working for me. Okay, so I've got a little bit of like some red. I got a little friend up here that's like, I don't even know what the heck that is, but I just have this red dot right there. I have like a tiny little imperfection that's just taking its sweet old time healing. The e.l.f. color corrector, I think it's the best one for the price. I can't get myself to spend that money on that Tarte one. Tarte has a whole bunch of color correctors, but they're like, aren't they like $30 some each? I've never tried one. I don't know, maybe I need to try it and be like, oh yeah, I can see where that extra money's going. Maybe I will grab one because this is really awesome. You don't get much in it, but honestly, you don't need much. So if I'm going to put this color corrector on an imperfection, because on your blemishes, they're going to have bacteria on them. So I try not to just touch the bacteria and then push this back in there. So I use a Q-tip and I don't double dip. I'm just going to hit the imperfections. But if I'm using it in an area that doesn't have bacteria, then I just go like that. I don't know. Is it necessary? I don't know. But that's just how I do it. A little brush, and then I just kind of blend it in. It's not going to completely take away the red, but it just kind of dulls it down. Which is weird that I'm dulling it down right here because I'm going to put blush on. So we're going to cover the pink so we can add pink. Whatever, I think it does a pretty good job just kind of neutralizing the redness. Have any of you guys tried the Tarte color correctors? How is that compared to like the e.l.f. one? Because it's a big, huge like price difference between the e.l.f. and the Tarte. Yeah, for the most part, that's pretty good. That's good enough. Okay, so foundation. What I usually use, it's my Die-Hard go-to, never fails me. I always use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. And I use the color 00B as in boy. It's called Light. So I picked up the True Skin Hydrating Foundation from Catrice. And then the HD Liquid Coverage from Catrice. So this was that one. And then we've got this one. I wonder if we could mix the two. Although I think I did pretty good considering I picked it up online by just looking at their colors. I did pretty good. I think they're both decent. I wonder if mixing them, like, would that be like a tragic thing to mix the both? This one says it's sweat proof, and considering it's going to be almost 100 today, let's go with that one, which would be this back one. I should have done this before I put my primer on, because now I feel like I just wiped my primer off. We'll just do half the face and see how it looks. It's kind of dark. I think maybe I'll mix the two, because that other one seemed like it was a little light. Would that be tragic if you like mix two formulas? But how it's laying on my skin, I actually like it, but I just feel like the shade might just be a hair off. We're gonna wipe this off, and then I'm just gonna I'm gonna mix the two, and we're just gonna see how well that looks. Because I feel like this is just a hair dark and this is a hair light. It might just be tragic, but we're here to have fun, right? Let's just try it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take this off, reprime, and I'll be right back. I feel like a hot mess today. My goodness. Okay, so what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix them. Squirt of the light, get some of the dark. Let's try it. I'm just grabbing it just a little bit, not like all of it, but because we don't need all of that. We're just gonna, let's do half the face again. So I'll put in the description on how well it wore, like by the end of the day, because it's morning. And I take my makeup off. I take my makeup off. Why can't I say it? I take my makeup off around 10 o'clock at night. It's setting down pretty nice too. Okay, that seems decent. I kind of like that. It's laying pretty nice too. So I don't think it's too much of a tragic story. I'm not 100% on this shade, but we're just gonna make it work. Okay. Ugh. I'm like such a scatterbrain. Like I've got a lot on my mind. Like we've got some stuff going on. But anyway, so we have that on. I think using the concealer, we'll be able to like lighten it up. We'll see how it goes. I don't have to go anywhere. I was gonna film another video, but I might just do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do Temu and my giveaway video next after this one. Hopefully after this video I can get like one of those other ones done. I might just jump right to my giveaway because my Temu content, the amount of boxes, or not boxes, packages. I got a couple boxes and a couple of packages. I'm going to be doing several videos because we're going to do like unboxings and then like testing them. So we got a lot, and I have a ton, and I'm telling you, a ton of makeup. So we're gonna do an unboxing of Temu makeup, and then we'll do another video of trying a bunch of Temu makeup. All right, concealer still. Same thing, I just use the Tarte Shape Tape. It's a really good, like, full coverage one. And I try not to use too much because I don't like to look like real cakey. And whatever is like, that I had here is enough to cover the eyelids, like all of the veins and the purple and the pinks. And I think we kind of got to ditch like trying too many new things because this foundation just took way too long. And I know some people put their concealer on where they're going to put it and then they kind of like let it set a little bit. I don't. I like to blend it as I'm putting it on. That's why I go section by section. Then we're going to do some contour just because I don't want to mess up my complexion. I think I am going to grab what I normally use, which is the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. Fair medium, and this too, I put it on and blend as I go. I can't remember what contour I used where it dried so fast I really struggled to friggin' blend that thing out. So from now on I just put it on section by section and blend as I go. I don't put all these little marks all over my face and then go back through and blend. And I welcome criticism. I mean, honestly, you guys, as long as you do it like respectfully, like don't be trying to tear me down. Like, just don't even bother. I know like when people are like rude, I know it's a reflection on who they are, like their insecurities, their depression, their, you know, like I've said this before in my other videos, like I know it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to tear me down, okay? Because I know like what you're doing. But if you have like constructive criticism, like, hey, what about this? And it's all in your wording. And also like if you're unsure if your message is going to come across respectfully, throwing like an emoji, whether it's a smiley face or like a heart, to let the recipient, is it recipient? The person that's receiving the message, making sure that they understand your intent. Because sometimes writing a message or a text or whatever to someone, it can come across as rude or not the tone that you were going for. You might say something totally nice, but it was received poorly because it's hard to get emotions across in just like text. So I really try to get a decent like shading under the chin because it hides all that. So I go a little bit darker, like right by the bone. I try to just feather it out as it goes down the neck. Okay, so for the most part, I like the shape of my nose. It doesn't, like, I don't feel like I need to try and make it smaller. Like, I've never been bothered by my nose. So what I do, this is the one I was using with my contour. I just squeeze it, so then it's like more, and I just hit the sides of my nose just to kind of give it some definition, because we've made it all one color with the foundation. Even though I added just a little bit of the concealer down the bridge of the nose, I do like to add just a little bit of darkness on the sides. Just a little bit, not much. I don't add more, just whatever is left on here. Okay, so then setting it. So what we're gonna grab here, I start off by saying, oh, we're gonna try a whole bunch of stuff that's new. I'm just gonna grab my Givenchy. Givenchy, I feel so fancy when I say it. I'm not even fancy, but I feel fancy when I say it. Givenchy. Here's what I do. I grab like a little fluffer. It's kind of something a little chubby fluffer. I get a little bit on there. And then tap out. Tap out. You don't want a lot on there. Just a little bit is on there, okay? I see my ceiling fan is like taking it up. And then the one that I use for my concealer. Hold on, I have a little hair. Oh. And then I'm going to set everything very lightly where I crease. Basically everywhere I put my concealer. Okay? So I start at my chin and I work my way up. If anything has started to crease like here, I blend it back out with this. Not with extra product, don't grab more product. Just to use the sponge that you use with your concealer. And if something has already creased, smooth it out. Like my upper lip, I'll start, sometimes I'll get a little one here and a little one right there. Because if you set it and it's already creased, well, that's where it's gonna be the rest of the day until you wash it off. You don't show emotion. Don't laugh. And then we just lightly set it. Just very, very lightly. Like, you don't want a lot. Like, we'll bake, but we'll do that later. Like right now, I just want to set it so it doesn't crease. And when you touch it, it shouldn't feel tacky, but you don't want a ton of powder. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit, just enough. So then any little deep lines that it has settled in, like try not to like show your emotion. Don't raise your eyebrows. But keep your forehead flat and then very lightly set it. Like I'm just, like I said, like I'm just showing you how I do it. Pat under the eye if any creasing. I always have like a little line right there. So then I just blend that out, because if you were to put that powder on there, the crease will be there all day. And then I don't lift my eyelid. Okay, so then like everywhere that's gonna crease has been set lightly, and then we're gonna bake. Most of the time I do bake. I'll use like the Huda Beauty, the Cherry Blossom, that pink, to kind of add some extra brightness under my eye. So let's do that today. Let's bake with the pink. And then I use a puffer. I just kind of push it into the back of my hand, just kind of pushes it in. And do the under eye. And then kind of like focusing again, like where I crease. The corners of the mouth. Like my upper lip right there, where I'm starting to get like little lines. Like you can bake your whole face, which sometimes I feel like that's what I'm doing. And my chin, like my chin is like the first to go. I think when I'm sitting, I always go like this, and or like I'll just always rub my nose like this. It's just a habit of like doing that. So bake where you want to bake. You want to do your whole friggin' face, go right ahead. But I don't. I just basically kind of do the spots where the concealer goes. And you do want quite a bit. And then it just really like sets it. Switch your laundry or make some coffee. Do the dishes, like go do something. So it'd be interesting to hear from like you guys, like how long do you bake? If you bake, like I'd like to know, like should I be doing it longer? Maybe I should. I don't usually have time. Okay, so we've baked for a little bit. So what I do at this point, I get my little big old fluffer brush, and all of this extra I use to set the rest, and I just kind of like push it around. Some people put cream products on and they don't set it. I like to set it. I don't like that sticky feel. I like to make sure that it's not gonna go anywhere. I touch it to make sure it's not like sticky. Just make sure I got it all. And then if I feel like the contour got lost during the whole like setting phase, touching it back up with just a little bit, it doesn't take very much to kind of bring it back. Like that's fine, but I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this bronzer from this Kimchi palette. Just a little bit, just kind of like waking it back up. Get it out of that powder that's on top of it. But I don't like to set it with a dark powder. Like that. I feel like a ghost with my lips have the foundation on it so much. Let's take some off. It almost looks like I put lipstick on when I take all that foundation off of my lips. I almost forgot we're using this blush. What I think I'm gonna do is mix these two, the peach and the pink, and we'll just see how that looks. Grab a little bit of that pink. Ooh, just a couple little taps, it gets a decent amount. Ooh boy. Before I fully commit on the face. It's not scary. Look at me, I'm all being like, ah. That's nice. I really like that combination actually. To be honest, I really didn't think I was gonna like that. Mixing the two is like the perfect color for me. I think I really like the brightness of it. And I'm not a real big blush person. I don't like to go real bold with my blush. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just hit the tip of my nose. Okay, and then highlighter. We're gonna do Nude Champagne. Start off real light. Just do like a little right here. And then I just do a little down. Like I don't go in for more. It's just kind of like whatever's left on my finger. Just a little down. Just wait a little, you know, skip a little bit. And then just a little tip there. And then a little on the Cupid's bow. And then if you feel like you went a little harsh, then if sometimes like I'll see like it's just too harsh of a line, I'll go in with like a fluffer, which is a Lunar Beauty one, and just do like little, which I mean, I totally forgot about these over here, but we'll get to them. But we just didn't use any for when we were doing the blush and stuff, which we should have, but I forgot about them. So what I normally do then at this point is I lock her in with a setting spray. I do several rounds of setting sprays, or I just recently got this Ace Beauty Seal It in Ipsy, which I kind of feel like maybe we should try that. Always shake your setting sprays up. Like it separates, kind of settles to the bottom. But I always send 1 or 2 pumps to the room gods. I don't know. Like I just feel like whatever is in the little straw isn't getting shooken up. It's settled in there. So I like to get it out and make room for the fresh stuff that's been mixed. I don't know. That's just what my little brain does. I've had lighter sprays. Some of the droplets that come out of here are a little bit bigger, but as long as it does the job and it doesn't leave like little white marks all over my face. You all know I'm eyebrow challenged, right? You guys, you all know that. Like I don't know how to do eyebrows. I'm a victim of over plucking in the 90s. It happened, okay? It happened. In the 90s, it was like, whoa, 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 a hair is growing. Whoa, whoa, get it out of here. Why do we have a hair? There's another hair. Whoa, whoa, pull it, pull it, pull. I'm starting to have flashbacks. It was very traumatic at the time. That's what everyone did. You pluck your eyebrows and you keep plucking them. And then at some point, your eyebrows go, you know what? Forget you, man. I'm not even gonna grow back. Just forget it. And it packs its bags and it heads out of town and you never see your eyebrows again. I got light colored eyebrows anyway, but they have been overplucked. It's an Instant Lift Brow Pencil by e.l.f. in the color, I think, taupe? Yeah, taupe. So, I just kind of darken it up a little bit and maybe just kind of like move it over. Add a little bit of color because they're just so light. And then bringing that line over just a little bit because, you know, they're kind of short. So just a little bit until I can figure out how to do eyebrows like everyone does amazing eyebrows. That's all I'm doing like right now and have been. We need to start a club of eyebrow challenged people that don't have any, or you have it, but you don't know what to do with it. You lack the talent and the skill, but literally that's all I do. I don't do anything to them because I don't know how. But we'll get there. That'll be another video. We'll have some fun. So then what we do next is we're gonna do eyes. All right, let's grab this palette. I think I'm gonna use this one. That's a shimmer, we'll use that later. This one and this one. And maybe this dark one down here. So I think those are gonna be my, and I might have to grab another palette to go a little bit darker because I kind of wish that their dark brown that they have was just a little bit more dark brown. Like they're just missing like one more color for me. Like there. Okay, hold on, we need to juice up. Originally I was going to like experiment a little bit and like do some fun things, but there's other content that I want to film today and I don't want to risk screwing something up. Where I need to do a video where we really experiment with makeup, where I film my other content first, like put my regular makeup on that I'm comfortable with, film my content, and then wash it off, and then film a get ready with me, but where we have fun and I don't care how it looks because it's the end of the day and I'm not going anywhere, I'm not filming anymore. Like, let's get crazy. Like we could do like all blue eyeshadow. All right, I'm gonna grab this Super Fluffer, the biggest one they have, and I'm gonna go in with that lighter color called Cloudy. I'm gonna have that, I might even dip it in with Besties just a little bit, but mainly Cloudy. And then hit my my brow bone. Hit your brow bone, but I always like to try and hold onto the brush towards the back. Then you really do like light layers, just really light, a little bit at a time. Blend, blend, blend. Grab a little bit more, a little bit of Bestie. Tap it out just so when you touch your eyelid at first, you don't get a bunch that just falls onto your face. Which if you do get some on your face, and then what I use once I'm all done, I use this Morphe one. I think I got this through BoxyCharm like forever ago. The M495. The black is thick, but all this white on the ends is super thin. And then I just lightly just kind of touch it onto my skin and just kind of flick off what's on there. Very pretty. I like that, just a light, where if it was just like a regular old day, like that's all we're really doing, I might just stop right there, maybe throw on some very light half lashes. There you go, and just end it right there, just like a nice little. So what I did on the arch, I mixed these two colors, the Cloudy and Besties. Mainly Cloudy with just a little bit of Besties. So now I think I'm going to do mainly Besties with a little bit of We're Back. And this one, I'm just going to go in the corner, but we're going to go over, but not as far as I did with the first color. Bring it out in the corner and then just bringing it across, but not fully all the way, but you know, a decent amount. And then I'm just kind of, I think what I'm going to do is gradually we're getting away from this and just doing We're Back, and then just keeping it closer to the corner. The darker I go, the less that I'm gonna do. Like the lighter can go all over, the medium can go in the corners and halfway, and then the darker I get, then the more zoned in the smaller space that I'm putting it in. That's just what I'm doing with this. Just trying to keep them even. And then like if I make a mistake on one, or maybe I went a little too dark, or I tried something, whatever, then I do the same thing over here, even though it's a mistake, just to keep them even. I'm going to use this one, the dual-ended one, but the side that has got the bigger one. I'm gonna grab Besties and do my lower. I'm gonna go all the way across. Oh, my battery's about to die. I'm gonna switch it, I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully I have the camera in the same position, but when you take the battery out and put a new one in, it like resets it, so you have to like try and guess where you were at, like zoomed in kind of thing. And now we're gonna go dark in the corners. So I'm gonna try this one. I really don't think that one's gonna be quite dark enough for me, but let's try it. And I'm gonna go with that dual-ended one. I was just using this on my lower lash. So this side, I'm gonna use just a little bit in the corners. I really like these brushes though. They pick up product pretty nice, they're soft. But this might work. I mean, I don't need to go super dark, I guess, but looks good. I think we're good. We'll just stick with this palette. So then putting it in the corners, and then I'll take my one that I originally started with a little bit of product that might still be left on there, and just kind of diffuse that darker one. Let me grab one of my eyeliner brushes that I like, and we're gonna dip it in that darker one here. This is black. I don't want to use black, but that one that I was wondering if it was gonna be dark enough. I'm gonna grab a little bit of it. My e.l.f. Stay All Day, the Blue Light Micro Setting Mist. Sounds like a spray paint. I love that little thing in there. And spray it. And I just put it across my lash line. These colors blend super nice, really nice. I'm really happy with this palette. Now I do that all the way across on my upper lid, but then on my lower lid I do just a little bit, not even like not quite halfway. Then I'm gonna do some shimmer, which I'm gonna try the Your Fave right there. And I just stuck my finger in the color below it. I like to use these silicone applicators. I'll link them below. I get them on Amazon. Get a pack of them. They're really inexpensive. Alternative from using your finger. And the only reason why I use these for my eye is because I like to put my shimmer right here and then like right in the corner. My finger with my nail, it's like, it's hard to get in there, like get into that little area. I mean, if you don't have one of those little applicators, you can also use just like a makeup brush, but then dampen it to pick up shimmer. It works a little bit better. That looks cute. Grab a little fluffer. Maybe like diffuse like the little edges. And sometimes it'll get onto that shadow, that darker shadow that I put on my eyelash line. So then I'll just go back over it just a little bit, just to kind of touch up where maybe the shimmer came down a little too much. If you want to do the darker shade after you've done the shimmer shade, you can, but I never do. It makes sense that maybe I should do it that way. Like, why not do the shimmer first and then put the dark on top? I don't know why I do it that way. So I think what I'm going to do is pull this one back out and use that shimmer down here and just stick a little bit right here. Just that little bit right there, and not all the way. I feel like I got a little extra over here, so let's add a little bit more on the other side, just so they're even Steven. But we need to then do this again and play with some of those darker ones, because the formula on this palette is really, really nice. It's worth the buy. It's not just, You can tell they spent some time on it. So we're gonna curl the lashes. If you guys have never curled your lashes before you put your mascara on, try it. And I've seen some people, though, you can even put the blow dryer on this thing to warm it up. And then they also have those things that are like, I think I picked one up from Temu when I first did my, earlier in the year when I did my first Temu order. I had picked one up, but I've never used it because I'm terrified to put something hot on my eyelashes. Like, what if it burns them off? What if it gets too hot? Like, these are the fears that are in my head. Do you understand? Oh wait, what were we gonna do? I feel like there was a new mascara. Did I pull it out? Oh wait, here we go. It's the Revolution Power Lash Waterproof. One of my favorite ones is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So if I'm wanting to use that, I'll put that on my upper lash and then I'll grab like a waterproof one and put it on my lower. Just because by the end of the day, sometimes my lower lash will transfer onto my skin right there, and then it kind of gives that gray look and it looks terrible. So I get one of these clean spoolies. You can buy a bunch of them. I think I get mine on Temu. You can get them on Amazon. I purchased them on Amazon before. I'll link it below if you guys are interested in getting a pack of these. Light multiple layers with my mascara, and I feel like you can't mess it up. It does a really great job. Now this is a new mascara, so I'm wondering how this is gonna work with my technique I use. And then I use a clean one and I brush through it, making sure there's no clumps. Okay, like that. And then I go over to the other eye. And so far this is really nice. I like it. I do like 3 coats, doing the same process. Because I don't have great lashes, so trying to build up the mascara without it getting crazy clumpy, tarantula, like that's not the look that I'm going for. I know some people can pull off really thick, lashes and they look friggin' great. I can't, it doesn't look right on me. So I like to try and just build up light layers, Okay, I might do 4 coats with this one. And then sometimes that last coat, depending on if it's chunky or not, I don't do my little sweep through with my little disposable wand. I just put a little bit on there like that because I don't want a lot on my lower lash. Like that one, I feel like I got a little too much on that one. Grab a clean one and then just roll it through. Like I go like this to kind of pull some off. If you ever get like mascara on your face, leave it alone, let it dry. Like if you get like a mark down here, leave it alone, let it totally dry. And then when it's fully dry, get one of those little, your little spoolies or one of those disposable ones, and then you can go like this and it'll flick off. So I forgot to do this once I'm done with my eyeshadow before I do mascara. I usually hit it again with another round of setting spray. Sometimes I do 3 rounds of setting spray. I'm serious, like it locks it in. Like she ain't going nowhere. Let's get our glues out. And we're gonna do some half lashes. Guys, I can't believe this is taking so long. I keep getting interrupted and I keep having to get up and go do something, and this is taking way too long. And then if you don't have half lashes, you can just cut them. I think we're gonna do that. Let's make our own. House of Lashes and Patrick Ta. It's a look, but they are the ones that taper. They start a little bit thinner like inside, and then they get a little bit more on the outside. So I have a designated tweezers that are just for lashes that I keep in my little, I have like a little thing where it's got all my little tools for lashes. Just because you're dealing with your eye, I don't want to use like other things that might have makeup or bacteria or who the heck is that? I gotta call my husband. Oh my gosh, this day is just crazy, I swear. Okay, so I just want to show you. I'm going to trim off just a little bit from the thinner side. You can always cut more off, so maybe don't go too crazy when you first take them off. Yeah, that's a good size. It's the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. You can get it in this form or this. I feel like I have better control with this one, even though this can get a little goopy at times, like around the edge. If it's sliding around on you, let the glue dry a little bit more. So white glue goes on white and then it dries clear. So I put it on, you can see the white. I just let it dry almost all the way, like there's just a little bit of white left, so then it's just super sticky, and then you just plop it on. Pay more attention to having just a little bit more, making sure the ends get enough so you don't have your ends kind of start to roll up on you. So when you're using your little tools, make sure they are completely free of any adhesive. Like just kind of wipe them, make sure there's nothing on them, because if you're trying to reposition your lashes and there's a little bit of adhesive on here, you're gonna pull your lash right off when you go to touch it. So, all right, we're just gonna pop them on. Hold on, I have a lash that's like curling all weird. I have to get it.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
What?
There's nothing called lash curling.
Why are you listening to me, Siri? There's a weird hair that's out of place. Oh, there, I think I got it. It was just like this weird hair that was just kind of doing what it wants to do, and it's like, not in my house, you ain't. I feel like my bangs are gonna be permanently smacked to the top of my head because I've had this thing on my head for several hours. And we're gonna cut off the same amount so they match. Be careful when you're removing them too. And then at the end of the night, you're just ripping them off. Like you're gonna be pulling out like your lashes. So just be careful, like use like makeup remover and stuff to like loosen up the adhesive so you can like take it off and not like rip them off. So you're not damaging your lashes. Starting to understand why I don't do get readies with me. They take forever to film. If you're somebody out there that does a get ready with me, and you've filmed some stuff, can you please comment below? Like, how long are you filming for your friggin' get ready with me? All right, here we go. Now we're gonna stick this on. Okay, so then what I like to do, where is it? Sometimes I'll do a line right on top of it just to kind of hide the band, get it to blend seamlessly, maybe giving more of a bolder look. Wherever that it ends, I try to keep it very skinny. That's why I like to use these little liquid ones. And then just give that line and then just kind of have it go. So it doesn't, if someone's looking at you, they don't see like, oh, hey, that's where your lash band ends, like right there. And then sometimes that thin line turns into a thick line because you mess up. I didn't just now, but sometimes you mess up and then now it's like, never mind, I guess I'm gonna do a thick band. Oh, I kind of like that. Just taking it all the way down. But keeping it like skinny. So there's the eyes. What do you think? Lips! I think we were gonna do the Lanny because the Mora was the peachier one. Which I kind of think maybe we should do the peachier one. Let's live life on the edge. Let's do the one I'm not comfortable with, right? All right, so let's line it with, let's see, what color do we want to go with? Ooh, there we go, I see it. ColourPop Lippy Pencil and the color Brink. Do you guys overline your lips? I've never done that, which honestly I should try it like one day. And I like to just color in the inner corners. I'm just gonna do a little bit because I think I'm gonna go real light on the, let's just see. I want to go lighter, I think. I don't think I like that, but let's try and fix that. Try and blend it a little. I feel like I kind of messed it up with the liner, like I got a little too crazy. So I'm wild and crazy. So I want to lighten it up a little. Feeling Toasty from P. Louise. That kind of added some nice like toastiness to it. All right, we're feeling good. We're good. We're good. All right, let's take this up. I almost guarantee this won't move. And it's like clean hair. It's not like dirty hair. I washed my hair yesterday, but oh, that's right. We forgot to spray it one more time. Hold on. This one is a little perfumey, but I remember when I got this, I did a little sample on the back of my hand of how well the eyeliner stayed on. And this did a decent job. So, and it's not like it's like leaving marks on my face with the big water droplets, but I do prefer like a thinner mist. A mist, not a spray. I want a mist. There. All right. Well, this needs some attention. But that's it, guys. I think I need to cut it off. Like, this is going to take me a while to edit, but I do it for you guys because I care. I care. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I think we should wrap it up here. I do want to remind you to make sure to go check out my mom's Etsy account. She is selling beaded jewelry. She's beaded her like a majority of her life. Bracelets, lanyards. She's going to get into some more necklaces and earrings. She's just starting out, so if you guys could go over to Etsy, I have her link down below in the description. Go over, follow her, maybe like a few of her things. I think you can like heart things that you like. And if anything, maybe make a purchase. All of her stuff is very affordable. I love that she makes stretchy bracelets because me with my arthritis and then with my long nails, getting those clasps to like get it on and off can get a little tricky. So having a stretchy bracelet that you just slide over your hand, like how easy is that? Easy on, easy off. But anyway, I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.